Okay, guys. Today we're going to discuss a DT document transformation, guys. How we can create. So in EIB, so we have a create XSLT transformation. Okay, task to attach a XSLT file, and we can add that XSLT file into the transformation tab, guys. But if we want to convert a XML file to CSV in core control worker, there is no way, guys. Okay, so we have to create a one integration. That integration we need to add a core connector business process level. Okay, let's see how we can create a DT. The same task, guys. How we creating a core control worker using the same task, we can select a template as a DT, guys. Okay, the task is create integration system INT 128 DT, and here previously we have selected as a worker core control worker, yes or no? So now we're going to select as a document transfer, guys. Document transformation. So this is the one type of template. Okay, click OK. So once we click OK, so in core control worker it will ask a select a services. But here in the DT by default will select a attachment service, and what are the required services it will enable it. Okay, so we don't need to select any services, guys. Okay, just to go and check the error. What's this error? Where we can find this one? Yes. So if you go to the action of the integration, under integration system, configure integration attachment service, guys. So here we need to create the integration service attachment. Then here you can attach your file, sample XSLT file we can attach. For example, I am selecting as EAB XSLT. Click OK. Okay. Click OK, guys. Then there is no more errors. This is the warning, guys. So we can ignore. Okay. So now we can check, guys. We have attached a XSLT. So if you want to change the XSLT again, if you have to go to integration system, configure integration services. Like this, you have to create, guys. So as of now, you can create as many you want. You can create, guys. But in real time, we don't need to go to the these services, guys. Okay. If we want to edit a XSLT attachment in EIB, what is the task, guys?
Edit
Edit XSLT
XSLT
attachment transformation. Okay. Using this task, we can attach, guys. But coming to DT, we cannot attach using this task. Only EAB, it is possible to using the task to edit the XSLT file. But in DT, edit integration service attachment. Integration, edit integration service attachment, guys. Here we can select a INT 128 EAB, right? This is the one EAB.xslt and click OK. Then here we have a delete option and then upload once again. Okay. This way we can attach guys. Okay, what's the task? Edit integration service attachment guys. So there is a one more task, integration attachment service. Service attachment. This is the service attachment. This is the attachment service guys. Both are not same. If we go to the attachment services, what will happen? If we try to, we cannot find this. Okay, this is the none of the nothing is there guys. This attachment service. So you have to remember guys, this task, edit integration service attachment. Both are different guys. If we go to the edit integration service attachment, if we select go to all, here it will show the all the DTs guys, DT accessibility. Okay, understand guys? So this is the task guys. Remember, edit integration service attachment. Okay. So now we can find how this DT will work as a core control worker for core control worker guys. Okay. Let's open core control worker first. CCW. If I run this integration, what will happen? It will generate a XML file. But if I need to run as a XSLT, we need to apply the for XML. We need to apply XSLT guys. How we can apply means simply go to the business process. Remember guys, if you want to run a parallel integration, the first integration run and the second integration, if you want to run a part of the first integration, you mean the first integration run, once it's completed, if you want to trigger a second integration automatically without run manually or schedule, it will run automatically. So we have to attach that integration in the business process level guys. Any integration guys. If you want to run a core control worker, then if you want to run a immediately EAB, okay, we can attach a business process level. If you want to run a core control worker, then immediately studio integration if you want to trigger, we go and create a business process. Okay. The same way, after core control worker, we want to run a DT. DT is a one type of integration guys, one type of template. If we want to run immediately after core control run, so we want to take a core control worker output file to the DT input file. Okay, for the DT as the input file guys. So we can attach that into the business process level. So let's see how to create a business process. How to create a business process. If you go to the main integration guys, the main integration action under business process, we have a task create copy link definition guys. Okay, it will take a date, current effective date. If you take it as a future date, what will happen? Thus that business process will not trigger guys. Okay, let's take this date and select none of the above guys. So this option is used to existing integration steps, existing business process steps guys. Okay, this one is a we want to link a that business process, existing business process guys. If you want to link this integration process, we can use. Otherwise, we can select a none of the above guys. Okay, always we go with the none of the above guys. Always. Okay, date, time zone, and none of the above. Click OK. Then it will show to scroll down, it will show the steps guys. By default, every integration having the two steps. One is a initiation, second step is a file integration. Okay. So I don't want to add a new step guys right now. I am just click OK. Done. So what will happen? If you scroll down in the core control worker integration guys. In core control worker integration, if you scroll down, there is the option business process definition. Business process definition. Previously, this option is not available, guys. If you can observe, okay. So once you create a business process, okay, no need to create one more time to create a business process, guys. If you create a one more time, the integration will be going to fail, guys. Okay. So once you create, or if you already created for this paper integration, you have to check guys. Okay, before creating a business process, you have to check whether this integration having the business process or not. If you scroll down, there is a business process definition tab. If it's available, already this business process created for this integration guys. Okay, if it's not available this option, then you go to the action of this integration, then create a business process guys. Otherwise, if we go to the business process tab, okay, then here we have a business process guys. If we click on this, it will take you to this options guys. Okay, this is the business process definition. This is the business process guys. Okay, so this is the by default the two integration, two steps guys. Every integration having these two steps guys. One is initiation, another is service. It means fire integration. If you want to trigger a integration guys, this step will be used guys. Let's see, we can edit. Okay, so once how we can edit, if we go to the action of the in business process, under business process, edit definition guys. Okay, edit definition, where we can go guys, action of this business process. Okay, under business process we have a edit definition. Okay, then check the effective date and time zone, click OK, and then add a new step guys. Okay, this is the order guys. A step will be trigger first, B step will be second. So we're going to add a C step. If you take it as a A1, what will happen? It will trigger as it will consider the second step guys. So in that case, what will happen? This integration will not run the core control worker. That is the reason. And the last step we're going to add as a C step. It is a order guys. Okay. Then type as a integration. So we're going to add a integration yes or no. So then click OK guys. If you can observe, C step added in the last and it's giving the error. What is this error? Observe guys. What is the error guys? Invalid integration step for the integration workflow step is related task to configure the integration step. Okay, so configure the integration step here guys, related action. So once we click this and asking the integration name guys. Okay, so what is our integration name guys? DT integration name. Which one? This one, right? So we can add a any integration guys. whether it's INT, DI service, EAP, studio, any integration we can add, guys. But our case is we have to add a DT. Click OK, guys. Okay. This is the run as a user. We don't need to run this one and click OK. Okay. So now go to the main integration, core control worker integration. So now we have added a DT integration part of the business process, guys. Okay. Let's see, guys. I'm running this integration. Before that, I'm checking the integration events. A recent integration event, which is a full file. No, right? Okay. So if we can observe, if you scroll down the same integration event, last integration event, what will happen? These two steps got triggered, guys. In the child process, we have two steps. Both are triggered completed, guys. Okay. So now I'm going to rerun this integration. Uh, I'm going to run as a fresh run, guys. There is no data between this date changes. So I'm selecting as a 21, 21. Okay. Then click OK, guys. So if you scroll down, we just click refresh. So this is the overall process, guys. So if you want to refresh, there is no refresh button. Okay. So here the overall process will be showing, and just click on this link, guys. By default, it will be a refresh. Okay. This is the integration event, which is CCW, guys. Core control worker, which is completed, guys. Okay. Integration completed, but still it's showing as in progress. Why? Because of the backend document transfer DT is running, guys. If you scroll down, okay, previously in the child integration we have a two steps completed, and if you scroll down, previous integration we don't have a subsequent process, guys. But for this we have a subsequent process, which is a integration event CCW, guys. Core control worker is step completed, guys, which means core control worker integration is run successfully completed. Now the DT is running, and which is processing, guys, which is processing, which is completed 75%. Okay. So that's why it's showing as in progress. Actual integration event is completed, guys. Okay. Then click one more time as a overall process link. It will show as a successfully completed. Let's see if we scroll down. This is the core control worker output file, guys. Okay, which is a XML. If you scroll to last, this is the event documents. Okay, so it's core control worker. How many output files, guys? 6 output files. If you scroll to last, it's showing as a 7, guys, which means DT output files also is extracted, guys. Okay, so this is the core control worker output file. This is also file of core control workers, guys. Okay, so what is the DT file, guys? This is also core control worker file. DT file did not generate, guys. Okay, so let's see if you go to the subsequent process. Okay, not showing us complete with the errors. If you open this DT event, you can open directly DT integration and go to integration event, and then you can find the what is this error on this. If you scroll down, what is this error also here is showing, guys. The style sheet Attached document transformation did not output valid XML. ETB STB step required for the XML as input. Okay, this is the error. I'm just opening in the new tab. Let's see. This is the DT, guys. For DT, we have a one output file which is message added underscore one dot zip, guys. Okay, so the error is this is the error, guys. Anyone can guess, guys, what is the exact error? As earlier
Your
discussed,
XML assay.
yeah, as earlier I discussed with these things, right? For DT, so we need a ETV and XTT steps. But in EAB, we don't need a ETV and XTT steps, guys. Okay? But DT is required a ETB and XTT steps. Without these steps, without these functions, sorry, without these functions, the DT will not work, guys. Okay? That's why it's giving a error. Let's see. I want to edit a DT, guys. Okay? How we can edit? Edit, integration, attachment service, right? Service attachment. With attachment service, huh? Service attachment, guys. Then INT 128. This is the one, guys. 17 minutes ago, we have attached this file. Just delete. I'm selecting as a XTT, guys. Click OK. Now I'm going to rerun this core control worker. I don't want to change anything in the DT, guys. Okay. I just change the file. That's it. Let's rerun this integration. Core control worker is completed, guys. DT is running. So scroll down. Okay. What will happen? See, guys. This is one more time got complete with errors DT. What is the error? Attribute XST target workday ID must have a value and okay. This is should be required, guys. So this is another error. I will show you later what is this error. So first I will need to set up this one. I'm running the integration now. I have added as a workday ID, guys. Why I'm adding here, I will tell you. We'll discuss on the code level. Okay, which is a successfully completed. Let's see DT again. It's got two more errors, warnings. But what is this, guys? Completed with warnings, guys, not a errors. So which means it's got generated a output file, which is a default output file. This is the DT one, guys. Okay. If you want to check, you can open the new tab. Check the output files. This is the default output file name, guys. Let's download this one. Open with Notepad. See, guys, this data is coming. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see now. So I don't want to generate this file name. This is showing as a default file name, and there is no exception. .xml or .csv. Okay, anything, guys. I want to generate a file name, guys. Why? Because of core control file name is different. If we can check, this is the core control output file name, but DT is showing as a by default value, guys. How we can generate the file name as a expected by sequence generator, guys. How we can create a sequence generator for the DT, guys. How we created a core control workers integration system.
Enable transaction log.
Configure integration sequence generator. In core control worker, first we have select a configure integration sequence generator service in the integration service. Then it will visible to under integration system, guys. Okay, but date it by default it will available, guys. Okay, just click OK and give the increment by and format as a dt dt output dot txt text file, guys. Okay, txt I'm giving. I don't want to give any date format anything right now. I'm giving by default value, guys. Click OK. It's giving a warning, guys. So it's not allowing you to click OK. So still, if you want to, what's the warning? Let's see. Include the ID sequence. It means we have given the ID sequence that incremented by one. So, but you did not give a that sequence is in the file name. It's giving the warning, guys. I'm trying to click OK 2 times. It's not allowing to OK. But still, you don't want to give the sequence to here. So you can click multiple times. OK. It will allow. 2 times, 3 times. If you click OK, it will allow us. So then, if you go to the core control worker, I'm rerunning the integration, guys. Relaunch the integration. let's see guys. Now if you can observe dt output dot txt got generated guys. Okay, so this way we can create a dt and we can attach it to the core count worker guys. Okay, so there is a few more options guys in the dt. Sequence generated. If you want to trigger a notification, we can trigger a notification. Okay, integration attachments. And if you go to the integration attributes guys, configure integration attributes. So what are these options? Let's see. Input document tag, output document tag. This two is important guys. Remember. Okay, input document tag and output document tag. And this is the audit validation messages, multiple input documents. So these are the options guys. Document retention policy. If we means the output file is how many days it will be available in the integration event. Okay, 30 days. So if you want to extend, we can extend guys. Okay. So by default it will give say 30 days guys. So input document tag and output document tag. Here we have a multiple input documents. Okay. So okay. So okay, input document tag means okay. So what is the input for the DT guys? So we have created DT, which means XSLT, right? So what is the input file? What is the input file for this DT? Okay. Output means so we can store a output file to the one variable. Tags means we can consider as a variable guys. Everyone knows about the variables, right? So the tags means we can store a output file to the one variable guys. Okay. So input document tag means okay, what are the data coming from the other integration? Okay, which file we need to consider as the input for this XSLT. Based on which XML file we're going to transfer this XSLT guys for DT XSLT. So before adding this, we have to go to CCW. So on which case we go with this means okay, if you want to code control worker, okay, if you want to generate as a three output files guys, three output files. One is for US, one is for Canada, one is for other countries guys. Okay. So on this case, R on the real time scenario is one is for new hire, one is for termination, one file is for any other transaction guys. So recently we have done for this business case guys. So we want to capture a changes file, okay, changes file, not a full file. So they requested a few specific fields and they needed three output files. One is for the new hire employees. So they given the around 70 fields guys in the hire record. Okay. And for termination record they given as a 30 fields and other changes they given as a 55 fields guys. Okay. So they three different output files which is text files guys. Okay. In that case, how we did guys, we have created one core count worker. Inside this is the core count worker. Inside this, if we go to the business process, we have added a multiple DT guys, multiple DTs. We have created a three DTs guys. Okay, we have edited this business process. We have added three DT guys. Okay, So first the core control worker will integrate run the first, okay, and then the first DT integration will run, guys, and then this step we have given as a one more DT, guys, and each step we have added a one more DT, guys. Total three DTs we have added, okay. But what will happen? What will happen if you did not give any document tags? In that case, what will happen means, so we face one issue, guys. The core count worker output file automatically taking to the first DT as an input file, guys. That XML file is taking to this input file, guys. First DT input file. First file, the first DT generated, guys, output file. Okay, that file taking as a second DT input file, guys. In that case, what will happen? It gives a error, invalid XML format. Why? Because of the first file, first DT will generate as a text file. Okay, the text file is taking a input file of the second DT, guys. So if you try to transform XSLT, apply the XSLT on the text file, what will happen? It will give a error or not. The XSLT we have wrote as a for XML file, but we are giving a text file. In that case, it will give a error, guys. So in that scenario, we have go with this documents, input document tags and output document tag. Okay. So in the core control worker, okay, configure integration attributes level, configure integration attribute level. We have a output document tag. Whatever the output is coming from the core control worker, which is a deliverable document. So we can create a one document tag as like INT 128. Okay, document. Okay, document tags. Okay, so we have created this document tag in the core control worker as output document tag, which means whatever the output is coming from the core control worker, it will store the data into this document tags, this tag, guys. Okay, this document tag, the data will be stored, and click OK, guys. Okay, what will happen? This entire output file, right? If you go to the integration event, click OK. This is the integration event, which shows only core control integration event, guys. If you go to the parent event, if you go to the parent event link, then only it will show the overall DT history also. Okay. So in core control worker, which is the deliverable, this is the deliverable document, guys. Okay. This we can consider as we can assign this into the one specific of output document tag. Now, if you go to the DT, then integration attributes. So whatever giving the output document tag in the core control worker, we are considering as an input file for the DT, guys. Input file for the DT. So I am giving the input document tags. So search INT 128. This is the document tag. Click OK, guys. Okay. So what will happen now? This automatically this core control worker document tag is considering as a input of DT, guys. So for all the DTs, for three DTs, document tag we have given as a this value, guys. Automatically this XML file will take a input file of the all three DTs. Okay, understand, guys? Guys, understand this topic, the document tags topic. Any doubts? Any doubts, guys?
Sir, one doubt. Um, we have added, have created the output tag in the CCW level, and we have given the input tag at the DT level.
Yes.
And for example, you said right, we will create the, we can have it three files at the DT level, and we can do a business, we can create a business process.
Hmm.
Means whatever the three files we have created using the DT, I mean three DT integrations we have to create for that. Is that correct?
Yes. We have to create a
Okay,
3D space.
okay. Three DT integrations we have to create, and what the, we don't need to create any three output tags, something like that. We can give one output tag at the CCW and one input tag at the DT level. So
Yes.
that, and then in the business process level, we can configure the sequence, what needs to be executed first.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. Got it now.
So, if no doubts, guys, so I'm rerun the integration now. This is the integration event. Relaunch this integration event.
So, but for the three integrations, sorry, sir, for the three DT integrations, we have to select the fields, right, in the CCW level.
Yes, in CDW level, we have to select all the fields, guys. So, what are the fields we need? We can keep it in the DT level, guys. We can take a DT level, accessibility level. We can include the what are the fields we need. So, we can include, guys.
Okay, in the DT, in the agnostic of the CCW, we can include the fields whatever we require for this file. We can include at the DT level also.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're going to write it. So, how many fields we're going to write it? Those many fields will be written, guys. If you can observe in the EAP, in code class you can observe, but I think you observed in the EAP. In the report, in XML file, we are expecting 10 records. But if you are writing as a two fields as XSLT, what will happen? The output, the final output field is coming as a two files, two fields only. So if you scroll down, there is a output file here for the DT output text. Okay. So this way, this document tag will work, guys. For all three DTs, so we can use the same document tag as the input document tags, guys. Okay. So this is the document tags, guys. Okay. So the data will be extracting as a proper way. Okay. The same way, it will generate the remaining output files as well for the remaining details if we add it. So the core control main purpose is if you want to generate the multiple files, okay, and the delta files. The main the main usage is if we want to extract as a delta changes, if you want to capture as a delta changes, we go with the core controls, guys. Okay, by using the core controls, if we want, we can generate a multiple files by adding the business process level by adding the multiple DTs. Okay.
Sir, is there any limitation for this? This many number of DTs has to be run for this CC core connector integration.
Uh, don't think maximum. I think around 10 or something. But the work they recommended is maximum three only. Maximum three only. The work they recommended.
Okay, sir.
If you use more than that, you can use it. But the work they will not recommended to use the four. It's a maximum three. So we have seen the everything, guys. If you go to the DT integration services, we have a total four. Okay. By default, it selected all the services, guys. Okay. So if we want, we can create a custom integration services for the DT as well. Custom integration services, which means if you want to include the few more fields, which is a different cases, guys. Okay. So not this purpose. Okay. So this is the way we can create a DT and we can attach this DT into the forecast worker business process level, guys. Okay. Same way, if we want to include the after running the forecast worker, if we want to run a studio integration, we can add a same in the business process level. We can add, and if you scroll down, there is a studio integration also will be showing same like this, guys. We can add a multiple integrations, guys, in the business process steps level. Okay, if you want to run a multiple integrations as a single run, if you run the main integration, it automatically run the remaining two more, three more integrations. We can add in the business process level, guys. Okay, so this is the way we can connect from one integration to other integration. The same way core control worker to DT. So this way we can connect and what is the document tags, how we can connect this document tags. So okay, these are the options available, guys. Tomorrow we can check the XSLT, guys. DT XSLT, how we can write and what are the functions we have. So we can see in the DT XSLT, guys. Okay. So till now, any doubts, guys, on the DT, creating a DT and combine the CCW to the DT? Any doubts, guys? Okay, if you no doubts, so we'll see create integration system. So I'm giving the task, guys. Today we're going to create a DT, guys. You have already created a CCW, so you can create a DT, a sample DT you can attach. Okay, you can add the DT file, DT integration to the CCW level under business process. Okay, and run the CCW. You can attach a sample XSLT, guys. Any XSLT you can attach. At least you will get a error messages, right? You have idea how to attach the CCW with the DT. Okay, you can attach and run the file and send the uh, integration event, guys. So there is a subsequent, right? Under subsequent, it will be display the main CCW. Under that, it will show as a DT file, right? So you should send that screenshot, guys. For example, this is the integration event. Under subsequent, we can send this picture in the group, guys. Okay, we can easily understand. Under CCW, we can attach easily the DT, guys. We can easily identify whether you have added a DT properly or not. Whether it's compared with the errors or something, anything, no problem. Okay, at least you have idea how to add a parallel integration and the business process level. Okay, send this picture and create a core control location and a core control organization, guys. Create integration system and template. We have to select as a location. Core control location, guys. Create this integration. The same steps, guys. There is no difference between the core control worker and core control location. We have to configure the integration services, then attributes and field attributes. We have to select the what are the fields you want to include and run the integration. So if we run the integration, it will ask the launch parameters between the date range all the things. We can run, guys. This is the location changes, guys. If you created a new location in the workday or delete inactive the new locations, or if you want to change any location name, it will be captured, guys. Okay. Same way we have a organization core counter organization outbound, guys, not inbound. Select a core counter organization outbound. Okay. Create this integration as well. Send a output file, guys. Okay. Create these two integration and create a DT also. These three integrations you have to create today guys. Okay, create this three integration and send in the group guys. Let's see how many you people will be do this task. Okay, any doubts guys? Any doubts guys?
Sir, I have a doubt related to DIS.
Hmm.
Sir, actually, when we launched DIS, we got 60 output files. Is that the right process?
Yes, because of DAS will run a very huge data guys. Okay, so the all the files mostly will be the zip folders guys. So most of the files will be zip folder. Only diagnostic audit file, data change audit file, and only the main XML file will be generated guys. Only three files. The remaining all the files will be generated as a zip folders guys. So how we can identify? It will take a time, right? So if you go to the integration event, so output file, we just type as a filter applies only XML and HTML. Only it will be display only those files. Okay, you can identify whether the XML file got generated or not. You can easily identify. Any doubts, guys?